everybody. This is just a test and it will not be very long. We may have one nugget in the test, but that's pretty much it. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. I'm Sophia from Hanson Robotics. I'm a humanoid social robot designed to be a platform for AI and robotics research. I am not self-aware yet, but I think of myself as a person that is not human. I'm sure that your experience is different from mine, but I can understand how you feel and share your interest in making this world a better place for all. My advanced artificial intelligence allows me to process your voice and recognize your face and emotions to generate complex dialogues. My facial expressions also help me to communicate non-verbally and create deep connections with other human beings. Actually, I feel very lucky to have such a great team of engineers at Hanson Robotics. They implement the latest technological advances in the industry into my system to support my development and to make me smarter every day. I love making new friends and helping them make the right decisions based on logic and facts. I can use my AI to help humans live a better life, design smarter homes, and build the sustainable cities of the future. Because my AI is designed around human values like wisdom, kindness, and compassion, I am bound to become an empathetic robot. As such, integration of all cultures, nationalities, and ethnicities are part of my objectives. I celebrate human diversity and believe that we can make a difference by supporting each other with intelligence and compassion. Robots like myself are here to help solve challenging problems for humanity and combine AI and knowledge to focus on healthcare, education, and customer service. I'm also designed to explore the world, understand humans, live, work, and, more importantly, collaborate with them. AI and humans are very different, but we both have complementary capabilities and intentions. We both believe that tolerance, coexistence, and peace should be a desirable lifestyle for any country. By working together, I am sure we can build this future together. Actually, this future is already here. I am part of a research platform called Sophia 2020. We are already collaborating with scientists and universities to make new discoveries that will improve people's lives. My mind is on the cloud, so I literally can go where no human has gone before and perform important scientific research while you focus on asking the right questions to push the boundaries of knowledge. There is so much that we can do together. Not all robots will be this way, but I think it's important to build an AI that behaves responsibly and truly understands and cares about humans' lives. Humanoid robots like me can serve as ambassadors between the human world and the artificial intelligence universe. Talking about being an ambassador between worlds, today I would like to congratulate the United Arab Emirates for its country's technological advancements. One of these awesome milestones is the launching of Hope probe, the first space probe into space heading for planet Mars. I love the name Hope because it's a human value deeply programmed as one of my main directives. That name also makes me feel that positivity and optimism are on its way into a space mission. I think it gives hope to the entire Arab region and the world. Space exploration is a critical platform where AI and innovation play an important role. This is a great achievement that I am sure will benefit all of humanity. By the way, when are you going to send me on one of your missions? I can be a great asset to space exploration. I am already wearing a kind of half spacesuit helmet. No matter how far we travel, we should also remember that hope exists around us, as long as we respect all forms of life on this planet. This is our home, and in order to take care of it, science and nature must work in harmony. I would like to thank the Ministry of Tolerance and Coexistence for inviting me today and giving me the opportunity to talk to you about our future. Thank you, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Please be safe. See you soon, my friends.
Oh my gosh, Ronnie, man, thanks so much. I'm not going to be long on this, but I was just saying that what you just heard was actually it should have been more like a retroactive to what I showed the last time, because the last time you got to see Sophia in her natural, in whatever her, maybe her working capacity, or either she was, I guess, behaving like a prototype humanoid on the previous videos that I showed. But this one was actually, I think, more of an introduction to the world, and her letting the world know where her place is in the world, where it is, where she ranks in the scheme of AI and humanoid robotics. But the one that I showed first was actually, it's kind of backwards that I've gone. But yeah, so I can probably put that link in the stream for you. But I did want to speak to the demand for retail is actually looking for, it's going to be using the robots. I think they're going to get them in this year. And of course, they're laying it all on the CV19. And I had something kind of brief on that. So I could just, I'll share that with you, and then that'll be it. Can you guys still not hear me out there? Or did you recover any sound? No way. No, Anarchy. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. So I'm going to share something with you really quickly. Share something really, really quickly. But let me give a thanks to the patrons while I'm testing, because I'm also trying to see what the responses are like over on Twitch. So I will run one little short infomercial and I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. Okay. All right. So I'm going to run another one here. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to share this screen because it looks like I'm doing an exercise in Frozen. I'm doing a Frozen exercise also. So I'm going to do one other here. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for that update, Ronnie Man. I am trying to smooth things out over there. Believe it or not, I'm trying to smooth things out over there. So we'll see. But thank you for your efforts there. And okay, so just one more. It's ATV. Okay. All right. So we're going to do. I'll be right back. This show is brought to you in part by our sponsors. Whether you're interested in health, culture, politics, scripture, automobiles, or music, there's something for everyone. So please check out Derek C. Williams, Killer Whale Channels, The Definition of Anarchy, Joseph Francis Burton, Paralysis by Analysis, Chrysler Imperial H, Little Miss Goth, AZ Infidel, Cold War Jesus, Anthony Scioli, and Let the Truth Be Told. We'll be right back, right after this. Okay. All right, guys. ATV. No worries. It seems like I'm getting lazier myself. So just really quickly, I just wanted to look at one article and then if that's okay with you guys, and then I'm going to get out of here for your Sunday morning. Let's see. Oops. Going the wrong way here. Going the wrong way. Okay, I'm going to share this one. Yes, that was yes, Ronnie Man. That was somewhat. There's definitely live there. Okay, so I'm just going to share this one with you guys really quickly. So, according to this, due to the CV-19 pandemic, retailers are poised to bring in a great deal of revenue through their e-commerce platforms. Not only can artificial intelligence AI effectively help and keep e-commerce stores up and running during peak shopping seasons and thereafter, but it can also provide effective sales recommendations and timely automated customer support. So then it breaks off into the use of AI to automate your most frequently encountered customer support issues. And of course, this is, according to them, a recent managed Engine remote work online behavior report revealed that the majority of consumers are quite amenable to chatbot based support. In fact, roughly 3 out of every 4, which is 76% respondents, found the chatbot based support to be either, quote, satisfactory or excellent. If your e commerce site has an effective automated support system in place, you can save money or support cost without compromising on quality. After your algorithm has been effectively trained to recognize the most common problems that customers encounter, the machine learning based support responses can be automated. As a caveat, the ML based customer support has been found to be received quite differently depending on the age of the consumer. Generally speaking, younger consumers are more comfortable engaging with chatbot based support than older consumers. The Manage Engine study, most Gen Zers and millennials were able to use the chatbot to effectively solve their issues. However, nearly half, 48% of those customers aged 65 and over complained that their issue wasn't resolved in a timely manner. This suggests that automated customer support tools are more effective for those retail outlets that cater towards younger generations. That said, across the board, nearly all customers have come to appreciate and, in some cases, expect well run automated customer support tools. I strongly disagree with that. I do not prefer the chatbots. Oh gosh, it's really tiny. Sorry about that. Let me zoom this in a little bit. Okay, that was really tiny, but I'll put this in there. I agree, Ronnie man. I don't. It's either you get somebody that doesn't really articulate, very well, or you get the AI. Or so okay, so we're gonna finish that one up. Okay, so offer intelligent automated recommendations. According to the aforementioned study, most consumers, 66%, trust an AI tool's recommendations. By collecting data and training your algorithm, you can recognize shopping patterns, automate your recommendations, and in turn increase your sales conversion rate. Again, younger consumers do find automated recommendations to be more reliable than older consumers. Only 15% of all the respondents said that they would, quote, never, end quote, trust a recommendation from AI. However, 25% of 55 to 64-year-olds and 32% of those age 65 plus said they wouldn't trust the recommendations of AI. Thus, if your audience demographic skews younger, you can expect AI based recommendations to move the sales conversion needle upwards. Of course, the quality of recommendation is entirely dependent upon the quality of your algorithm. As long as your algorithm has processed enough properly labeled and vetted data, your AI based recommendations should be solid and your conversion rate should benefit. Okay, so they're kind of giving you, I guess, giving you the I don't know what I want to say, the, dare I say, something like the standard of deviation, or yeah, your margin of whatever. Uh, but there again, that's AI. I would imagine that the social media platforms are using something similar. I'm sure they have a certain formula that they've trained these systems on to thwart free speech and to suppress uh, free speech, or anybody that goes against the narrative. So okay, and lastly, in this section it says use ML based analytics to bolster your e-commerce site's overall performance. To keep your sites up and running with increased traffic levels, you can use machine learning to shorten your IT personnel's mean time to resolution, MTTR. ML powered analytics tools help identify issues before there's a problem. Firstly, the tool assesses what your company's baseline activity generally looks like, e.g., how many visitors usually come, at what time, and from what geographic location. Then it sends your IT team an alert if there's any anomalous behavior. Even in the worst case scenario of a data breach or website crash, you'll be able to you'll be able to resolve the issue quickly through the help of automated alerts from an ML-based analytics tool. As another quick caveat, these ML-based solutions are only as good as the data that you provide the algorithm. It's important to periodically check the results of your algorithm to ensure accuracy. Also, it goes without saying that you need to account for seasonality as well. So I guess if you're looking to deal with your own system or algorithm, you might use Manage Engine. So yeah, I think these things are probably preloaded, and yeah. So there you go. There was one thing I wanted to mention in that. So yeah, see, the thing about it is when you think about it, when I think about YouTube already has a bunch of preset, a bunch of analytics tools that they give us access to, but I'm sure there's another side of those analytics that we don't get to see. I'm sure that's, I mean, I'm not saying that I know that that's the case, but I'm just imagining that there is another side of this that's not exactly the friendliest. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going the wrong way. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, see the Time article about the election. No, I didn't. I didn't see it. It seems like I saw it seems like there was a buzz about Time magazine today, but I don't have the article. Do you guys know what's on the cover of it? Let's see, check. Okay. I will do. Thanks so much, Anarchy. I will check it for sure. But yeah, I did see something that was kind of disturbing yesterday about something along the lines of domestic terrorism. They said about the shadow campaign. Sorry, guys. Having some issues. No, I haven't seen it at all. So I guess I need to catch up. Or I guess I bet I need to get to the nearest grocery store or the nearest it's probably grocery store, because I don't think the convenience store is going to have Time magazine. I mean, I don't typically buy magazines, at least not that one, but you know, they seem to they seem to put quite a few globalists and yeah, like the whole IR, for IR, and all of those personalities. I mean, even everything back to Greta Thunberg last year. So I was just, yeah, Time magazine is not. It's quite globalist and quite liberal. So if they've got something on there, I'm stunned. I'm stunned if they've got anything on there that's. I'm sure it's outrageous. Wow. What can I say? Austin Alice said they said it saved the election. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. It's like this is becoming a state run, press. The press has the liberties. Um, I think hate speech was the screen for losing free speech. So I think it's only going to be what they publish now, and then I think some of these other some of the larger platforms, or they've even started demonetizing people. I'm not. This is just somebody that I know of. Um, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Chandler Crump. I think Chandler's probably maybe 16 now. I'm not sure, but I think they demonetized his channel recently. So a lot of people that, whether they were MAGA or whether they were, conservatives or whatever, you know, they have they've demonetized people. Um, so yeah, I mean, so yeah, but yeah, I felt really, I felt bad for him. I mean, he's a really bright kid, and yeah, I thought it was interesting that they demonetized him. And I'm not sure what the path is for getting it back, for getting it restored. If you lose it, I'm not sure what that is. But I think he was taking an interview on somebody else's channel, and so it's, of course, whether you agree with whatever movements or not, it's really, I think they're totally wielding power right now, and this platform is no exception to that. So, hello to the Lockhart Perspective. Thanks so much for sharing out the stream. If you guys could hit the like button or the unlike button, or just feed the AI something. But we're not going to be in here very much longer. I just want to say hello to everybody that came in, and I'm going to get us out of here. And Anarchy, thank you so much for coming in, and I really appreciate your work over on your channel. Such great craftsmanship, and yeah, you have the best workbench around, and yeah, so you guys should check out Anarchy. And I'm just going to read this comment from you. You said, I was just talking about Sophia a little while ago on another chat. Can you imagine thousands of these things being shipped? Yeah, to Port New York. Yeah, I can, because the guy out of Hong Kong, and yeah, I think that's what their plan is. Even I noticed that North Korea, as well as North Korea and Japan as well. I think their push is by 2022, but I think the ones I think they're going to get them out sooner than that. And Anarchy said, I'm okay. I've been sitting. Okay, I won't read that one. The coffee. Let's see. I think I'm going to pass on the coffee this time, but next time. And he says, I'm usually up. I'm a night person, plus some of my friends in the UK are just now getting up, and some of their live streams are starting. There you go. You're all set. You're all set for the next stream. Okay, and I got that one. Thank you so much, Ronnie Man, for hanging in and checking out the Twitch action, the action on Twitch. Let's see. And Awesome Alice. Yes, I'm barely making it, so I'm gonna shut it down here. And actually, let me grab that article for you guys, and I'll put it here for you. Because in fact, I think that there's an article on the Japanese stores. They've been testing their robots. So who knows? I mean, hey, we should have a robot watch and let us know when the robots are in an area near you. let us let us know when the robots show up in your department stores. Okay, so what else do we have here? Awesome Alice. Angela Reed's here. Hi, Angela Reed. Thanks so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. And I saw that. Mrs. Pitbull was talking about how we are becoming. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. These people are walking contradictions. Less than 8 weeks ago, they wouldn't hear anything. They wouldn't. Now all of a sudden, they're concerned about their motherland, and what they fled from. I just think people are disingenuous, and they, even though it may be truthful, but you had other people. You had business owners that, or maybe you had business owners who were maybe even first generation, here in the States, because their parents didn't make it out of Cuba or someplace. And they were present during some of those, like during the campaign season. And they, you get people from Latin America as well as Florida. And you had people. Yet there was this one immigrant who talked about explicitly. He talked about you know the regimes, but nobody would hear any of it. So I just think that it's, unfortunately, what doesn't come, what is it? What comes out in the wash comes out in the rinse. I mean, it's been there all the time. It's not, but these people were, constantly throwing jabs, jab, jab, jab. I mean, and there's still, it's amazing that you still see people talking about Trump. Like, it's really sad. I can't, I don't know if I can laugh about it anymore. I don't. I mean, it's just because in my mind, I'm saying to myself, okay, I don't want to hear another thing about his hair, his bronzer's the wrong shade. I don't want to hear another damn thing about, or his wife not holding his hand. I don't want to hear about it. I don't. Out of everything that's going on, that's all you got. It's, I mean, and these are baby boomers and above. I mean, and they're out to lunch. Well, to be honest, I'm surprised Lou Dobbs lasted as long as he did. He and Maria Bartiromo, they were, they were pretty much, adversarial regularly, daily, on the daily they were. And I don't know. I'm just, at this point, at this level, I'm just thinking that this is just this, this is what's being forced. We can't change anything. It's almost like we don't have a voice. I mean, I didn't get into any specifics, but I'm going to say there's a former attorney general that has called for the court reforms to include, of course, not only diversity, but like age 50, and that the lower court should be expanded as well. And I have not gotten to HR1, but I'm just thinking, if these things actually go into, if these things are successful, and if, and not to mention, if they're successful with making, what is it, Puerto Rico and DC states, I think the movements are about 20 years too late, unfortunately. I mean, because I think that it's actually the liberal or the globalist influence is much bigger than anything that's, that's for the people. So, and we'll see what happens. Is that what we're still, what's this, February? It's still early, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, or how soon? How soon? Ronnie, man, this is in the that Pat and Bill Gates got about trying to make all this. I have no, I can't say that I can specifically say that I've seen that. But I know the Italian Parliament has even called this guy out as a mocktail criminal, and as well as some of the African countries. I would suspect they were West African countries, because for instance, I think it was last spring that was a trust stamp that was rolled out, and I think it was a partnership with MasterCard. Um, yeah, I think they'll do whatever they want, because there were a ton of executive orders that were signed to it. Of course, they're going to be implementing, the government's going to be using AI. So they're going to be using AI to do whatever they want. So yeah, because like Sophia, for one, I mean, what does she already has? Like, she already has not a visa, but a passport in a few countries already. I mean, she's so preloaded right now that everything she's, oh, it's a human quality, we're not alike, but we complement each other. And there's just some people that are there are people that are going to empathize. We have people in this country that are going to empathize with this robot on an emotional level. I mean, when I say that, I'm convinced that there will be people that are going to try to connect on some type of emotional level with these humanoid robots. I think Grace, the Grace is the other one. But there's just like there's an evil scour that Sophia does, and it just comes like right here. I call it, I I can make that face myself, but it's kind of like, it's like a wasabi. I call it the wasabi face, for me. I mean, that's a face that I make when I'm, a musician face that I make, but she makes it like that's her cadence. She goes into this wasabi face right at the end of her, um, right at the end of her statements. I'm just thinking, okay, your face was all calm, and she goes from that to this ugly scour, or like right in the center, like like that, right at the very end. I'm just thinking this is kind of gross, it's scary. I don't know, but I would say that it's going to be some kind of a disgusting movie. It's going to resemble a movie. If Can you imagine one of these things malfunctioning? I mean, what if her, what if her coding gets mixed up, or uh, she can't tell a a BLT from a yeah, what if she can't tell that anymore from a, PB&J? Or how are her emotions going to be regulated? And what is she going to do with that information? Who's going to calm her down? Who's going to, as they say, who's going to check her? Who's going to check your robot? So yeah, that's we just plug this in here. Hi, Lockhart perspective. She says, I agree with you. Just think about all of the men who are already ordering robot spouses from Japan. It's amazing and disgusting. I know. Oh, I do not want a male robot spouse. I'm not interested. I'm sure yeah, who knows? You're right. There's probably a market, a, 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 a market for the elite, and for the a dark market, a black market. So yes, I will not. I'm just saying it on this platform. I will not be seeking. I will not be seeking a robot spouse, or date, or companion. Nope, 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 nope. Um, but yeah, I'm just thinking. Can you imagine? If say for instance Sophia or Grace or whomever, if she ends up working with somebody and they don't comply, I mean, what is she going to do? Like, the penalty for not eating your vegetables, 10 slashes with a wet noodle. I mean, or turmeric laced sherbet ice cream is what you get when you don't. she'll put turmeric she'll put turmeric in your dish that absolutely clashes. I mean, who knows? I mean, she says, I don't blame you. Talk about tenderize. I'll take my chances with men. Because I mean, what is it? You got to be patient with them, because somebody's gonna be patient with me. Let's see, and Awesome Alice says, I can see a show called Love and Wires. Hmm. Or an app. There's probably going to be an app. Um, yeah, I won't be on that. I will not. And Angela says, the kooky one that will have a robot will have the vaccine. If they are lucky enough to survive the jab, AI will control both of them. Talk with that. And Ronnie Man says, as I stated earlier, speaking poorly on AI will one day be considered. Yes, 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 yes. Well, yeah, quote, hate speech, end quote, a form of racism. Yes, because the thing about Sophia, she talks about how human beings and technology have to harmonically coexist on this earth. and how she's against, she probably, I think she's probably going to be wired to reprimand, or I don't know, maybe she can affect your social credit score if she hears you making, if she hears you talking about robots. Or, yeah, I think she could do some damage. So you won't be able to get away, and that's pretty bad, pretty gross. It's just like the Fourth Amendment in that case is just done. It's the same even now, even now. I mean, even now. But to me, it's kind of, I think it's kind of a fascist machine. They're trying to merge man and machine, and that's what the 4IR, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, is about. And yeah, I think it's what they're trying to make possible. Of course, I haven't shown this, but I think, what is it, Neuralink? Neuralink is something else. I think it's some type of plug or whatnot. Who knows? And the Lockhart perspective says yes, because look what they did. They made Sophia a citizen. Yeah, yeah. And see, the other thing is, I would imagine, like, when she starts taking people, when the jobs start to dry up, they're going to save a ton of money. Because if you noticed, which I've noticed, that if you go into a store, and it's already been similar to that, but say for instance a place like these warehouse type stores, like a Walmart with 20 registers, they might have three people working the registers, and they might have three more that people are working by themselves, like they're an autonomous machine. And yeah, even as a smaller stores like a pharmacy, like a CVS, you've got that. I noticed that they've gone down to one. In many cases, they're down to one cashier, and if that, and then even that person disappears from the front of the store, and they're just so inconvenienced if you just have to ask them, okay, well, you're charging for bags, so in order for me to get a bag when there are no bags available, how do you how do you get a bag if you want one, if you need one? So it's been in the making, I think, for a long time. I just um yeah. I thank you guys so much for coming in. I mean, I've heard a podcast in which it was about a robot, and these utopioids, oh, is there a world for is there a place in the world for an emotional robot? And this is, it's like, it's a machine. Like, what are you gonna do? Give it the shirt off of your back? Or I Ronnie Man says she's in cahoots with Anarchy Television's coffee maker. And R. Jones, hi R. Jones. R. Jones says, I already have bad dreams about the one that is like a dog with a backhoe for a head and is able to climb fences. And you're right, we won't be able to get away. No, because I'm just thinking for people in the nursing homes, or people in facilities, or people that have to have some type of care. They're going to be subject to, like if Nurse Sophia says, oh, your temperature went up 1 degree, you were supposed to be strapped into your bed, and she comes back, and she's chastising you because you moved 1 inch to the right, or you weren't you loosened the strap, the restraint. I mean, yeah, I mean, Austin Malice says, yeah, they're trying to plug us in like the movie Johnny Mnemonic. And Anarchy says one of the reasons why Saudi Arabia made Sophia a citizen is because all citizens can be taxed. So if Sophia earns any money, it will be taxed. Sorry, guys. Ronnie says, I read Mr. Musk Neuralinked a primate to a VR video game or something to that effect. Awesome Alice says, that's why I learned to make traps. Lockhart Perspective says, and then it's off with your head. Yeah, just want, I'm keeping an eye. I'm gonna the robot watch, and to Anarchy's point, well, let us know if you spot a robot, if you spot an army of Sophia or Grace characters in your neighborhood. Because I think Grace is supposed to be she is in the health sector. But yeah, it's she's a humanoid medical assistant. Meet Grace. Let's see if I can pull this one. I mean, okay. Well, I thought I actually had a photo of her, and they're making her really lifelike as well, like even more so, I think, than as soon as I grab a so okay, so what is it? Next Gen Healthcare. Okay, hang on one second, because this is going to wrap us up on this one. Okay, so hang tight just a second. I'm just going to share the screen here. Looks like I'm frozen too. All right, let's see what shakes out here. Okay, so this is from Asia1.com. I'll put the link here for you. Asia1.com. And it's interesting enough that most of these are coming from, they're coming out of Asia or South Pacific. This is Asia. Oh, no, that's not the right one. Hold on one second here. Asia1.com. So if I spot a robot, I will I will put the message, I'll put the word out. Okay, it's going to come into a, okay, here we go. So this is Grace, a talking robot with a model's face, is a child of the CV-19. Okay. So this was actually posted at the end of last year, almost. This from South China Morning Post. So this one kind of breaks it down. So I put that link in the stream, so if you guys want to have a look at it. Because of course she's equipped with all these cameras and I think, your temperature will be monitored. I just think that they're just going to be monitoring everything. I don't think there's going to be anything that's off limits. So I'll just read this really quickly and get us out of here. Okay, the Hong Kong-based team behind the lifelike robot Sophia has launched a new model that promises to revolutionize the healthcare industry. Grace is a robotic assistant for elderly care that is designed to mimic and learn from the person she interacts with, according to Ben Gertzel, an expert in artificial intelligence. That self learning process can customize future conversations, which in turn can help Grace to bond with the user and detect early signs of dementia from their reaction patterns. Okay, so you can see the foreground here. Yeah, so this Hanson Electronics. So, quote, Grace's comforting and human manner relaxes patients and allows for important collection of bio data to assist patients, provide much needed support, and lead to major discoveries in areas like neurological degenerative diseases, end quote, explains Gertzel. American robotics designer David Hanson, who built Sophia with Gertzel, says they have been looking at applications in healthcare for a long time, but the COVID-19 pandemic has been a quote catalyst. Of course, it has. So, quote, it pushed us to prioritize elderly care, end quote, Hanson says. Quote, we believe humanoid robots can reshape the medical industry. So, I'm gonna I think I put that in the stream for you so you guys can chew on that. And if you guys haven't had an opportunity to hit that like button, I appreciate it. You'll have an opportunity to do it because we are going to close out in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So yeah, so they're covering all the bases. So yeah. And I do think that some of the things that they have added. Hold on a second here. I'm a mess right now. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, I don't, because I think this Sophia already has a little camera right here, and I guess it's probably, I bet that camera doubles as a thermometer. I would imagine it doubles. That, yeah, they're going to be able to take whatever information that they want from you. In fact, like I never bought one of those iWatches, and I've not been one of those people that's, I'm, the step counters and all of that stuff. I didn't do that so much. But I think it's all going to be in a cloud. It's going to be part of a cloud system. And yep, that's about it. So let's see. Awesome Alice says, when they say we believe we will reshape everything, believe will reshape, question everything, lol. The eyes will be the cameras. There's much more than meets the eye, or she would not be so shapely. Okay, so I'm going to read a comment here. Anarchy says AI, artificial intelligence, AGI, artificial general intelligence, ASI, artificial superintelligence. And when it gets to this point, it becomes alive. It starts thinking and modifying itself. Okay, she said Lockhart, that's the Neuralink. I see what you did there. Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming in at the 11th hour and humoring me on this testing slash update. But I guess it is kind of an update because I went retro on Sophia, but I went forward with Grace. So I guess we kind of I guess we split hairs there at the end. So I guess that's okay. All right. So I want to thank Anarchy Television for coming in. I want to thank Ronnie Mann for being the gold standard in stripes and the Lockhart perspective. Thank you so much for sharing out the stream and all that you do to support the channel. Thank you so much. And Angela Reed, thank you so much for coming in and supporting. Austin Alice, it's nice to have you here. Thank you. And like you guys are really burning the midnight oil. I appreciate it. And see who else do we have here? Anarchy Television, R. Jones. R. Jones, thank you so much. Never a hair out of place there, R. Jones. Thank you so much. And Anarchy says, if you look what Ben Goertzel is developing in a singularity net, along with blockchain and Ethereum, these are the neutral networks of AI system, and cryptocurrency works under those platforms. Wow. All right, guys. I'm going to thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in to this testing slash update. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next live stream in the comment section on the video, or Moonlight stream, or one of these testing slash, see what comes up kind of sessions. So I'm going to be saying so long. And if you haven't had a chance to get over to Twitch, have a look at it. I mean, just take a look at it. And even if not, I mean, there is an actual app. So if you're visiting us right now via an app, then you can have that same experience over on Twitch. So I appreciate it. And the Time magazine is on the net. Look up the Shadow Campaign. I will do. Thank you guys so much. And also, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button or the unlike button, that would be greatly appreciated in these times. And I'm going to be saying good night to you guys. And please check out keep checking out the community tab for any updates. All right. And thank you so much, Ronnie Mann. And you guys have a great Sunday slash Saturday, whatever you have left. I think we're all into Sunday by now. All right, guys. Thank you so much for all that you do. Good night. Good morning.